Morning, Professor. Today, I would like to talk about the things we didn't learn in history class. First of all, I would like to talk about cocaine in Coca-Cola in the previous year. Coca-Cola Company was founded by a pharmacist named John Pemberton in 1886. He wanted to create a beverage similar to Coca-Cola, made from the Coca-Cola leaf, but it contained drugs. It was not until 1903 that the secret ingredient was realized and removed from the beverage because it can cause our health a lot of side effects to our health. In 1980s, this beverage still contained non-narcotic coca extract. In addition, alternative ingredients have not yet been released and removed from the beverage. Next. The second story I would like to tell is the longest war in history. In 1651, the Dutch fought the royalties and drove them back to the Isles of Scilly. The Dutch sent warships to the islands for compensation. 3 months after forcing the royalties to surrender, the Dutch returned to the Netherlands. In 1985, it was almost forgotten about this war. Documents provided by the embassy appear to indicate that two countries have fought for 335 years. Later, Duncan quickly asked Dutch ambassador Reinhold de Cooper to sign a peace treaty to end this long-term war. On April 17, 1986, De Cooper signed an agreement to end this bloodless and almost forgotten the longest war in the history. Next. The third story is the shortest war in the history. In 1896, Hamad bin Duwani was ruled as Sultan by the British Empire and then ruled Zanzibar. It's a country and it's a kingdom too. When he died suddenly, the palace on August 25, his rule lasts only 3 years. He just has the power for 3 years only. The chief asked for assistance from British warship stationed nearby. On August 27 at 9 a.m., Cap ordered the bombing of the palace and destroyed all the things. Khalid's army was basically destroyed. The palace began to disintegrate. The Sultan had pulled his flag and the British ended their offensive. So finally, the shortest war in the history was over. Next. The fourth story is we talk about the Sigmund Freud was a cocaine addict. Why we talk like that? Because when Sigmund Freud was not busy reforming the world of mental health by doing psychoanalysis and planting Swiss-style birds, he took a bite of cocaine and wrote Glory Story because he already got overdosed with the cocaine. He even wrote the dissertation like Coca-Cola in 1884, tripping himself and telling the world that they should take this medicine. He officially announced that this was medical reasons, as Freud believed that cocaine could cure any physical or mental illness. If similar recommendations are made by trust members of the physiatric community today, they will be ashamed of this stigma. Freud didn't have to worry about PR at the same time, which means that he could take the advantage of Coca-Cola like any street hawkers. Next. Last but not least, we talk about the story of the president create a new work by vomiting. We talk about the story by the President Bush. the most sensible people in the world is the President of the United States, want to vomit whenever the world United States and President and put together it. Back in 1992, George Bush was far too busy vomiting himself to provide the kind of working force like Donald Trump nowadays. When he was a dinner in Japan, then the Japanese Prime Minister, the Japanese Prime Minister Kiichi Miyazawa was the unlucky soul in question. During the post-state dinner in Tokyo, Bush threw up all over his fellow guests and must have caused quite the scenes because he feels shame. Miyazawa was too thrilled to see his Swiss suit literally covered in American bill after shaking George's hand. Still, Japan made the best of the situation and create a new word to celebrate this historic moment. From 92 onwards, the word Bushu Suru was created so that Americans would never forget what he had done in Tokyo. Literally, translate the words means do the Bush thing, with sound a bit like the dance. Thank you, Professor.